Today in the Toyverse, we receive a visit from a Martian, but not any Martian. I'm talking about the DC Collectibles Supergirl CW TV show Martian Manhunter figure. And right out of the box, this figure looks pretty awesome. I love the sculpt, especially the head sculpt. I think the head sculpt looks tremendous. But I do have a few minor complaints. Let's break down the figure a little more, shall we? And see what's going on with DC Collectibles' latest offering, shall we? Now, with rumors amok, if you will, over DC Collectibles' future in the toy line as it relates to action figures, who knows how many more of these CW characters we'll be getting. But I'm going to savor this moment and enjoy this figure right here. So, bringing it in and hoping the camera will work with us and bring in that light to shine. I think that's the best I'm going to get. As you can see, we got a pretty tremendous head scan here. Looks very much how this character looks on the CW show. And if we look down, the uniform looks great. Sculpted very nicely. Paint applied very nice. It's got this nice soft rubber cape, which I'm digging. You know, it's a $20 figure. I mean, you know, most of my reviews with capes, they usually have articulation in them. But this one, unfortunately, is just one solid rubber piece that does have some flexibility to it. As we move down further here, we got the boots. You know, it's molded in this color, this grayish, charcoalish black color, if you will. And then the paint that's applied is applied very nicely. So, you know, I'm pretty cool with that. Now that here's a side view of the head sculpt. Very nice. Supergirl, awesome show. If you haven't watched it, you should. And if you haven't, you should be ashamed of yourself. Anyways, let's go ahead and break down articulation since I have the figure in hand. So, as far as the head goes, it's on a ball peg system. Doesn't really move up at all. Can move down very nicely. I do wish the head would move, up more for flight posing and stuff. But, hey, as Curtis Blow once said, these are the brakes. So, we got that side to side, that 360 exorcist thing that you hear me talk about all the time. As for the upper body, no ab crunch. We do get this diaphragm joint that barely moves forward. And it moves back a little bit. Get some side to side movement here so he could do the Martian Manhunter shuffle. And no waist cut, unfortunately. It's all done through this upper body here, which is kind of okay, I guess, but it does break up the sculpt, which is kind of a no-no for me. But hey, once again, what can you do? $20 figure. In terms of the arms, and there pops out his hand. The arms can go all the way around and go out that much. It is hindered a little bit by this softer rubber shoulder pad thing, which is unfortunate. So this side doesn't move as well. This side, it fully works. So I don't know if that's just me with my figure or if that's a common issue, but the left side works better than the right side. No bicep cut. We just got a hinge here at the elbow, and then a rotation at the hand, and a hinge that moves up and down. As for the legs, can the Martian Manhunter do the splits? Almost. Pretty well. Better than I can do. That's saying a lot because I'm a fat piece of well, you know what. So, bringing it back down, he can kick up that much. He can go back, really not at all. No thigh cut. That's unfortunate. But, hey, what can you do? It's a $20 figure. As for the knees, double bend at the knees, which is okay. Would have been nice to have a thigh cut, but we don't get that. But double jointed knees, very nice. And a hinge at the boot at the bottom here, no boot cut or anything. Goes down, goes up, and no pivot whatsoever. So the articulation is decent enough. You can get some poses out of him. And so it kind of works, but then it kind of doesn't as well. You know, that's the problem with DC Collectibles as of late. The articulation has really gone downhill unless they're focused on something that they haven't sold their rights to. For example, like the Bombshells line. But, you know, what can you do? $20 figure. So, let's pause the video for a moment. Let me bring the accessories in here, and we'll wrap this show up. So, in terms of accessories, all we get with this guy are extra sets of hands. That could be to distract us from the lack of articulation, but could you prove it in a court of law? I have no idea. So, from left to right, we get a set of open hands. You can use that for force power type things or to direct traffic with. You got fist hands to use to put on the action figure to punch out other action figures with better articulation. And then you got a set of flying hands because if he's embarrassed by another figure and has better articulation, he can just fly away, fly so far. So that's going to do it in terms of accessories. And oh, real quick, just to rewind for a moment, they just pop in and out into the figure. I would suggest heating these up or sticking them in hot water first, as you don't want it to break because nobody likes it when a figure breaks. That's $20. As you can see here, there is a theme with me complaining about the $20 action figure, but don't let that hold you back. So let's do the size comparison and call it a day. So here is the size comparison. On the left side of your screen, you will see the highly articulated but highly priced DC Collectibles Superman figure. I love that figure, all joking aside, but these two fit and scale very well. And on the right side of your screen, you will see a Movies Master Joker Thug figure with the Christian Bale head attached to it. So he's definitely out of scale, very small. Martian Manhunter looks like a giant compared to that. I think that's like a 5-inch line, or barely 6-inch. Not really sure. I can't remember off the top of my head, but that's not important. So there's your size comparison. So overall, do I recommend this figure? If you're a fan of the CW shows, then I would say pick it up. But pick it up with caution, as I don't know how much more of these DC collectible figures we're going to be getting from the CW-verse, if you will. So, and if you're not a fan of any of that stuff, then I'm not sure why you're watching this video, but I appreciate it. So that's going to do it, folks. Thank you, as always, for the love and support. I appreciate it. Please make sure to check out Undercover Capes on Facebook and on their website, doing all things geekery. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram and follow Toy Lover Crew as well. And don't forget to use the hashtag Toy Lover Crew to feature your toy art if toy art is something you're into. As always, friends, stay tuned at the end for the slideshow. And until next time, tally-ho.